Deke Wilson's Mini Mysteries. The TV series ran for one season for 13 half-hour episodes, and the series was produced by YTV. The show starred Eddie Hawkswood as Deke, James Breka as Arthur, Deke's friend and comedic sidekick, and Tiffany Heckner as Lana Wilson, Deke's little sister. And all of these young actors were from the Windsor area. There was always a fun mini mystery for Deke and his friends to get involved in. And to my knowledge, Deke Wilson's Mini Mysteries is the only TV series that has ever been filmed and set in Windsor. It's a similar premise to Encyclopedia Brown, a series of books from around the same time frame. Deke's friends from the neighborhood would hire him to solve minor mysteries around town. And so these episodes really brought me back to late 1980s Windsor, a lot of familiar sights and sounds. And a lot of nice Windsor-centric details to be spotted in these episodes as well. I love seeing all these wide shots from the Windsor International Freedom Festival and some shots of the Midway. Since the show was produced by YTV, it could be seen clear across Canada and into parts of the US. I always like this model of Windsor police car. I think it might be a Dodge Diplomat. There are some great shots of actual Windsor police officers in this episode, and I think the street sign over this officer's shoulder says Assumption, and maybe he's at the intersection of Assumption and Devonshire, right where that old bank is at the corner. Lots of Walkerville locations were used in the series, including the bank at the intersection of Assumption and Devonshire. And again, here across the street in Walkerville, the now location of the Tallulah Cafe. And you can see the Hiram Walker grain silos at the foot of the street, still with the big neon Canadian Club sign on top. It was a lot of fun for me to watch these episodes because I'm about the same age as the kids on the show. In 1989, I was 10 years old, and I was making a lot of the same wardrobe choices as these kids. Especially Arthur, played by James Breka, who coincidentally I got to know a little bit later on in life when he was the frontman for a Windsor cult band called Big Daddy A and the Mervs. Deke is often seen on his skateboard, and in this scene he heads to a famous long-gone Windsor landmark, Fast Eddie's Arcade. We even get to see some interior shots of Fast Eddie's, and we get a tiny look at the now long-gone Norwich block on Riverside Drive. Here Deke skateboards down by the river, and you'll notice that this is before they built the Windsor Sculpture Garden, a lot of just bare grass there. I'm guessing that actor Eddie Hawkswood is a Detroit Red Wing fan because here he is with the team jersey on. And if you look closely, you can see that he's wearing number 85, and I had to look it up, but 85 was worn by Peter Klima. In this scene, Deke and Arthur tail a bad guy, and you can really see how much things have changed around Mill and Russell Street down by the Detroit River. At one time, there was a marina down there and a large building. Now, of course, it's the HMCS Hunter building. And you can just make out the Boblo Detroit dock sign on that building on the Detroit side. And Boblo was, of course, still in use at the time when these episodes were produced. And if you look very closely, you can see behind Deke and Arthur the SS Aquarama, which sat down by the Windsor port for years before it was finally scrapped. One thing that I really liked in viewing these episodes was seeing people that I know in the background as extras. In this scene, you can see my good friend and neighbor Jeff Reed in the background as an extra, and he's really chewing the scenery.
Fly? You really lost it this time, Dweebo. Aha!
And they got lots of locations around the city over the course of the show's 13-episode run, including the Ambassador Bridge. And here in a Subway restaurant, possibly the very first Subway location in Windsor. I thought they came in the mid-1990s, but no, this is 1989 and they're in a Subway. I'd forgotten about the interior Subway wallpaper motif. Well, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed seeing all these episodes, and you can find Deke Wilson Mini Mysteries on YouTube, but I have to say the audio in some of the episodes is not the greatest. Here's a trivia question for you. Who's this very well-known Windsorite?
Chuck Vanderchuck is much like other City of Windsor 12-year-olds, but instead of mowing lawns or delivering papers for pocket money...
If you have an answer, just let me know in the comments section. For more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Michael Evans, Windsor, Ontario.